Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Applying Hair Bases tutorial. This particular part of this is going to be the Genus tutorial, so how to apply hair bases to the genus head. So this particular one is I don't need all of this stuff. This particular one is the genus default hair base, and we want to apply more hair bases to it. So I've got the Tableau Vivant Genus Hairbase 2 here. The skin I'm wearing in this is the pink Fuel Skin Delina from Epiphany of April 2019. So there's several different hairbase options. Again, always use the note cards whenever possible. This particular hairbase came from Uber February of this year, but you should be able to find it in the Tableau Vivant store. So this particular head is a little more complicated than like the Katwa head and the Leluca head. Sometimes it takes a little while to apply on the hair base. So if it doesn't work right away, you can, wait a second or furiously click it like I do. So either way. So the main part of this base, or part of the HUDs that you need from Genus, is this setting universal one. So that's the main thing you need to worry about as far as the Genus HUD. So we're going to click one of these hair bases, and we're going to click add, right click, and then add. So you can see here this is a hair base that splits in the middle. So we're going to do just the default like gray looking one so that we can see. It looks like it applied. Let me clear this hair base. Looks like it applied on top of the other hair base. Genus is a little more complicated as far as like appliers go, so it can be a little frustrating when you're just starting out. So you can see here I've got the hair base on. If you see the hair bases on top of one another, you should click the little arrow. You're going to click this arrow, and then you're going to click this under hair base, and that'll remove the hair base that's on by default. So I'm assuming that this particular hair base, if I click info, well, it doesn't say. I'm assuming this is applied on a different layer. So if you see the other hair base still on, like I said, click the layers control. Alright, so let's go start from the beginning. We're going to click this larger square, which is the settings universal square. And then we're going to click this arrow to click those out. And then we're going to click the little drop, which deletes or erases the hair base that you're currently wearing from this HUD. So if you're wearing one of these defaults. So now that we've done that, we've got this hair base on, we have to select the section that we want to do the color on. So let's move this so that we can actually see myself. Close this. Okay, so we have to figure out which layer this is on. I'm going to guess this might be the tattoo layer. So we'll click the tattoo layer. Yeah, it's a tattoo. Okay, so what you do for the Genus HUD to tint your hair base is you're going to click that layer, and then here it's going to show you what kind of color to apply. Now, the colors don't change quite rapidly, so sometimes it's a little trial and error if it's not coloring right away. So you can see here it's colored. So if you notice it's taking a little while, it's probably on the Genus side rather than on the hair base side itself. So I'm going to drag this down a little. When you drag it down further, it brings it into more saturated. If you drag it up, it brings it lighter and less saturated. If you bring it too far, it turns it black. So this one's a little more frustrating to work with than some of the other HUDs, but if you have enough patience, you can get through it just fine. So we're just going to sort of click around this bar until it gets to a color that is sort of what we're looking for. We can go click down on here. So like if we want to be green, we can click in the green area. If we want to be more gray, we can click in the gray area. And you can see now it's starting to take a little bit of time to change colors for me. So we've darkened that gray a little bit. So now it kind of matches this Tableau Vivant hair that I'm wearing, which is the Ice Queen hair. So you can see now that I've basically gotten it to match, and you can change it to any color you want by just clicking around in the color menu. And if you need to go back to like a black or white, you can do that by going down here, changing it to white or whatever you need to change it to. And then if you need to remove it, you're going to click the teardrop in that layer and it will remove it so that you can apply whatever else you want. So again, I click here, it applies it. I can open this up, click over here, and start changing the colors here. So if I want it to be yellow or green or blue, I can do that. So don't get too frustrated if you find that it's not going as quickly as you had hoped. With the Genus HUD, sometimes it just takes a little while to function. So, but in general, not super difficult to do. So that's pretty much it for the Genus hair base. You can apply any hair base that you want to it using the Genus HUD. You can only obviously use Genus hair bases on Genus heads. So if it's not designed for Genus, or if it's not an Omega that works with Genus, you're not going to be able to use that. So make sure that you purchase the hair base that goes for the correct head. I know it seems like common sense, but it's easy to assume or to not know what the hair base is that you're buying it for. So that is it for Genus. We're going to move to the next tutorial, which is going to be La Luca. So that will be part 3 and the final part of this 3-part video series of how to apply the hair bases to different mesh heads. So thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.